Hey guys, welcome back to another reaction video where you get to watch me watch the biggest F1 crashes in the last 20 years of Formula One. I don't know much about F1. I know it's cars and racing, I'm assuming. Also, are there women who are F1 drivers, or is it just like, is it a male sport intentionally? Like, are women allowed to? Was there a separate, I don't know, I'll have to do some research after this. Anyway, let us get into it. Oh my gosh, of course I pressed the button and it doesn't work.
There's a massive crash, it's Brendan Hartley, and he's got tangled.
Yeah, I can't even see what's happening here. I'm going to assume that writing is coming onto the screen.
Montoya leading Ralf Schumacher. Michael had a dreadful getaway. He's a potential and unavoidable hazard.
Ooh. She literally flew, like, I don't know what kind of sound effect that is, but he flew.
The Australian Grand Prix is underway, and it's a good start from the second row with Ralf Schumacher trying to squeeze through David Coulthard, and contact! Ralf Schumacher in the air and into the ground as well, and Ralf Schumacher cars all over
the race had just started as well.
There's a Toyota in the middle of that, a BAR, and it is a disastrous start to the Australian Grand Prix.
Ralph cuts back, of course. Rubens brakes. Look, unbelievable. Ralf Schumacher was so fortunate, and he found the part of the safety cars with the most space. Now watch again. Schumacher goes one way, then Barrichello the other way, cuts back. Barrichello brakes. Ralph outbrakes himself, basically. Ralph missed his braking point.
Barrichello brakes and just ran into the back of him, and look at the carnage behind.
Car off. Is that in the pit straight? It is in the pit straight, and it will be an enormous accident then, because that's something like 150 miles an hour. The back end of the Jaguar has got away from him. Safety car out, of course. Oh, and we've got another car off. We think Alonso's come round and probably found.
Race stopped.
Red flag. Race has stopped. Alonso, he's obviously come through there and either lost the car in the same place or suddenly realised there was a big incident and hit the brake.
Oh,
nasty. He hit the stationary tyre, of course, and terrible accident there for Fernando Alonso.
It looks like a rear suspension failure caused him to spin in the middle of bridge. There's debris everywhere, but somehow Jarno escapes without injury.
Pretty bad as a
That's good, that's lucky that he actually didn't.
When I stopped there is very little attached to the car, but luckily I'm perfectly okay. I walked away from a big shunt with no problem.
Look at his little smile.
Minutes later...
Ooh, those guys are going... Ooh, what even happened? Did he just lose control? I didn't look too bad, at least he didn't flip
into the wall at turn 13 due to another left-hand rear tyre failure.
I feel like I have the back pain
The
of like
incident was almost identical to the one he had last year that kept him out for 6 races. Unbelievably, he walked away from the wreckage unharmed.
He's just like, oh, Dania.
Montoya tries to go round the outside of Button, but hits his teammate and it all spirals out of control.
Ooh.
It's been a disappointing season for the Colombian, with only 5 finishes in the points. The incident in Indy was the final blow to his F1 career. It was a nasty-looking accident. So what went through the minds of those involved?
What even happened? Did he hit into the other person? Or like, ooh, ooh. Oh my gosh, look at all the pieces of his car just flying all over the track. That is insane. How do people just keep going? I suppose they can't just, you can't
the McLaren didn't
break a car like going at that speed. What even happened? Whoa, what even happened there? I just saw a whole bunch of
He speared
gas.
off across the gravel and careered into the tyre wall at Cancer Corner and rubbing heavily against the brake drum. Eventually this caused enough wear to cause the catastrophic. He went hurtling into the path of the errant spring and into the tyre wall.
Oh, that didn't seem too bad because he seems to have started slowing down at some point actually.
And the car just went straight on.
A spring. Bro. Where did that spring even
The
come
graphic
from?
shows what was going on with the car and G-forces during the incident.
260 k's an hour. See, he had slowed down quite a bit. You can see on that little thing on the side, he had slowed down quite a bit. So I think that's why it wasn't as bad as it potentially could have been. Ooh. Ah. Completely different. This looks like a video game. Like,
it was a bit sluggish.
how fast these guys are going. It looks like an actual video game.
Oh dear, Roman Grosjean and Fernando Alonso.
And then it was really all about Hamilton and Grosjean getting together and White.
Lewis, and he just loses control. Grosjean going over Perez, and Fernando Alonso getting.
Comes across to cover Hamilton, who can't and won't yield. And I'm afraid
It's Hamilton's left wheel. Oh, that is a bit of debris there that Sebastian Vettel collects and then tries to pick his way through it. How did he not make a really hefty impact? That's it.
running their own business and then get completely wiped out. That's a scary accident.
Out of the Nouvelle chicane. We see Chilton then. Oh,
goodness.
That was with Maldonado, who has gone straight on.
What even happened? Did a piece of the car just fall off? What even happened then? Ooh. Ah, he took out the entire wall.
Now, massive.
I wonder how fast these cars slow down, like how fast you can stop the
Felipe
car.
went to the left, while Checo defended his position, and Vettel was incredibly lucky. The result had been on the cards for both drivers, but the huge crash triggered the safety car.
The other guy just dodged that situation, like he just missed the guy.
Checo couldn't
Why
see
is
what
my
hit him.
phone so crooked, please? Have mild, like, something where just everything has to be perfectly straight. It's still not straight. Oh my gosh, don't look. How the this is what I'm saying. This looks like a video game. How does a tire just point? That was a very terrible sound effect. Just come on, that's kind of what it sounds like though. Ooh, see how do their tires just like flick up like, oh my days, he's spinning. Ah. There's both of them as well.
You are flying and you are bouncing around and you see the sky, then you see the ground, you see the sky, and you know exactly where you are and you keep moving, you want to stop. Then the car stopped. I saw a little space to go out and I said I go out quickly.
Lights out, away we
No
go.
way, not right at the beginning. No way.
It's a good start from Raikkonen, if anything. Raikkonen.
Ooh.
And it's Vettel as well. Did Vettel get away with it? Raikkonen. And look at, is that Hamilton? Straight up in there, we've got more drama. Hartley shambles down at turn one with cars off in all directions.
Well, that was that was Vettel who squeezed
Max Verstappen into Raikkonen, and we'll right, let's just see them get away. Raikkonen gets a great start, comes up alongside Max Verstappen. Max gives him space, and you could just see it all happened so quickly, but Vettel was squeezing over towards Verstappen, and then Raikkonen's out of control. He goes in there for the second hit.
Yeah, takes out the...
Guys, my back pain is that of a 90-year-old.
Which one that was. Hamilton made an amazing start on the outside on the left, as you look at it here as well.
There you go, look at Vettel, look at Vettel. Yeah. And as Max was trying to get out of the way, it was just diminishing returns there. And then you can see, is that Fernando that got taken out as well? Reasonable start.
Hey, this Verstappen character keeps crashing.
It's... You know, you could argue racing incidents.
That wasn't too bad. Like, there were those cars flipping and tires coming off.
It's a big crash as well, and that's the sound of Marcus Ericsson. Red flagged the session. Session suspended. And Paul, there was absolutely nothing he could do. The car just went on under braking, just stepped out from underneath him.
When you have spectacular ones like that, the energy's dissipated over a long distance with all the bits and pieces flying off as well. It's not the sudden stop. They're the ones that really hurt. So whilst it looks spectacular, nothing comes into the cockpit to get you.
That is the Alfa Romeo of Antonio Giovinazzi, and he's gone off at Pouon.
He dropped it mid-corner, that's unusual.
That wasn't too bad. At least, like I said, in the last one.
Yeah, I'm okay.
At least there's nothing flying.
Brilliant. Brilliant news. That's what I wanted to hear.
All corners for this Grand Prix.
Hamilton's going to try again, this time on the inside, and continental. Verstappen is out of the race, and that's a big crash into Copse. Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen coming together. Hamilton continues on.
Yes, red flag.
They need to repair that tyre barrier. This is the accident. Oh, and it was the merest of touches, but it was enough. And look how the wheel has...
to be checked anyway after an impact like this, so you need to build a complete new car. Yeah,
and it's testament to how safe the cars are again, isn't it? It's testament to how safe the cars are in Formula 1.
Yeah, that's actually true. Like,
I mean, they're showing it now again.
Yeah, exactly,
to us, which is the first time we've actually seen it.
Exactly.
Since,
I say
if you crash like that in a normal car, again. Just a regular car, an everyday car that people drive, I don't know what you'd call it. I'm not going to say any specific brands here because I don't know the exact level of safety of each type of car, but just say a regular car that you drive on a daily basis, an SUV. If you crashed it at that speed into one of those walls, the chances of surviving, I swear, they've got to be like slim to none. But these cars, like these guys, they're flipping in the air. Because when you think about it, some of these car crashes that end up like fatal, people are barely going past 60 k's an hour, you know? And like that speed, that like level of impact, like, and they still survive is absolutely insane. I mean, that car burst into flames and the guy just jumps out. Like he's jumping out. He's not being carried out by an ambulance. Like he jumps out of the car and he's fine. They obviously designed, I mean, they're pretty light. I'm assuming they look very light. So they obviously designed, even that thing with the tire like flips off, it's obviously like maybe it's a safety feature. Well, not obviously, but like it could definitely be a safety feature because, I mean, how is it even possible to be in such a bad crash and you're fine? Crazy. This is crazy. I'd do it though. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. That was extremely interesting, actually. Like, I feel like it didn't even feel like 13 minutes, it felt like 5 because I was so intrigued. But quite scary as well, really. I can imagine watching that. First of all, I can't imagine being the guy in the car. I say I can imagine, but I can't. I can't imagine being the guy in the car. Or, you know, but imagine you watch that. Like, it must be so scary because you don't know if the person's okay, and that's the worst part. But, I mean, in all of these, they were fine. So, well, from what I'm assuming, some of them they didn't really say, but some of them didn't look bad enough for, you know, it to end so badly. Sure, some of them they got injured, but everyone survived, it seems. So, yeah, anyway, it's getting very technical. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.